Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Vexian, and today I'm going to be talking about how to get better at Rainbow Six Siege. Now, this isn't going to be like a set number of tips or anything, but if you just follow along what I'm about to say, you might actually improve. And a lot of these things are a lot easier than you would think. They're not like very intensive. It's not like hours of aim training or anything like this, but just following these tips, and you should be good to go for the most part. Maybe in another video, I'll do a little bit more robust, more in-depth about exactly what you should be doing. But in any case, you should be following what I'm about to say. So without further ado, let's get into it. Number one is mentality. Rainbow Six Siege is a lot about mentality. I'm not the best aim player. A lot of people aren't good aim players. Sometimes we stick on support. Sometimes we drone. But it's all about mentality. If you have the right mentality, a lot of things are possible in Siege. Now, I'm saying a silver player can become a diamond player with the right mentality, but I'm saying a plat 2, plat 1 player may be held back because of their mentality. Not only that, is the people that surround them. If you're surrounded by people who have a mentality where they don't really care, they think Siege is just a game, and they're treating it just like a game. They don't really care if they lose that much. That's okay, but with those people, you're never going to get anywhere. I understand that Siege is a game, and I don't get too upset when I lose, but it does make me a little bit upset because I really want to win. I always want to win. That's how I get my fun. That's how I derive fun from Rainbow Six, is winning. And if I'm not winning, I'm kind of in a bad mood. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to surround yourself with people that have a similar mentality, that they want to grow, they want to learn, they want to get better, and they want to win. That's the most important thing. If you can surround yourself with you don't even have to surround yourself with a full 5 stack of people like that. Just 1 or 2, maybe 3, and you can go a long way. It would make it a lot easier if it was you and 4 other people that all have the same mindset and you could consistently play and get better as a group. But if you can only find one person, that's fine. My friend Shock, my best friend, content creator, YouTuber, you guys probably know him. Me and him, day one, we always want to win. At the end of the day, that's how we have fun in Rainbow, is winning. Not getting crazy clips or going for content, but winning the game is what makes us happy. And we've been doing that forever. If you can just do that simple tip, super easy. You guys got it in the bag. You're good to go. Tip number 2, this is also another important tip. If you're going to take anything away from this video, take these 2 tips. Tip number 2, always play in a 5 stack. I cannot tell you how many times I'm duo queuing. And me and my friend, or whoever I'm queuing with at the time, can be trying our absolute hardest, but our randoms are absolutely terrible. It's almost like they've been coded in to be bad. Sometimes, I swear, they're worse than T-Hunt bots, and this is in Diamond Elo. They don't know where to reinforce, they don't know what to do, they don't know operator selection, they don't understand maps or meta. That is why you need to queue with a 5 stack. If you queue with a 5 stack, your chance of winning isn't guaranteed, but it's a whole hell of a lot higher than not 5 stacking. If you're not 5 stacking, you are losing. Now, don't get me wrong. There are situations where you can get away with trio queuing or quad queuing, say if you're on Smurfs, or say if you just kind of want to have fun and you're just kind of enjoying the game and playing the game for what it is. But you have to 5 stack if you want to win. If you want to hit diamond, if you want to push from that mid plat, high plat up, maybe if you want to push out of gold, maybe you've been stuck in gold for 2 or 3 seasons, it's totally okay. But you need to 5 stack. A lot of people that play Siege, solo queue or duo queue, you have to 5 stack if you want to get anywhere in terms of higher ranks and elo. This will also transfer over, say if you want to end up playing comp, you gotta 5 stack in comp. You can't duo queue in comp. It's not how this works. And in ranked, it's the same way. If you want to win and you want the best chances of winning, 5 stack. It is incredibly important. This also goes back to the attitude. If you 5 stack with people that don't have the right attitude, they aren't trying to win all their games, and they're not trying to do anything possible to win, then that's just not the right 5 stack. You got to find people with similar mindsets and the ability that they want to learn and grow. Next up after that is you have to understand how to play the game. Now, I feel like that should be a precursor to everything, but some people just don't understand how to play the game, whether it be from operator lineups to how to hold sites on maps. I highly encourage, if you feel like you don't understand, watch people like Braxton, watch people like Shock, watch people like Garfield as Doc. These 3 content creators make great videos about explaining exactly what's going on, how to hold maps, how to take maps, especially Braxton. Braxton has a huge library of content where he explains how to hold, what operators do what, how to play these operators, and I highly encourage you watching that. Some people that are silver or gold may not understand the best way to utilize Maverick or the best way to utilize Maverick and another hard breach in tandem. So taking these tips from these content creators who are Challenger League players, who are professional players, who are high elo players, will help you out immensely. I highly recommend, if you're undeveloped as a player in one area, whether it be information gathering or something like that, work on that and utilize YouTube as a resource. YouTube is an insanely good resource, and there's no reason you shouldn't be using that, as well as tuning into Twitch streamers and asking them questions. Everyone in the community is willing to help out, and if you have any questions, highly recommend asking a Twitch streamer or a YouTuber. Next up is mechanical skill. You don't have to have good mechanical skill in Rainbow Six Siege. Rainbow Six Siege is a team game, and it's not a solo game. That being said, mechanical skill is kind of important. You don't have to have the best mechanical skill. I play diamonds and champions and pro players, and I'm at a plat 2, plat 1 player at best in terms of mechanical skill. And that's fine. But you do have to work on it so you can win 1v1s. You can take your gunfights and win them and be confident in them. The best way to do that is I highly recommend hitting up T-Hunt, do Terrorist Hunt Classic on House, warm up your aim for an hour before you play, and you're good to go. Also, I am against using third-party softwares as AimLab and Kovacs, but it does help if you want to get some muscle memory and just want to warm up really fast. Load one of those up and you're good to go. And then go into a T-Hunt and then go into ranked or play some casual. Always warm up before you play. I can't stress that enough. It'll make you better and you'll see results instantly. Instantly. Another thing you have to realize is really similar to about the first 2 points. Rainbow Six Siege is a team game. A lot of people have the mentality they can pick Ash and they can frag out. You can pick Ash and frag out, but if you're the one getting frags, it doesn't do you much good. So really, when you're playing with someone and you're playing with people, see what you need. Read the room and make sure you are the one that is willing to do anything to win. Because some people, even if they have the winner's mentality and they want to win, they don't know how to go about doing that. They'll all pick Ash, they'll all pick 3 speeds, and they'll just try to run in and get frags. That's not how Rainbow Six Siege works. Rainbow Six Siege is a team game, and when you start treating it like a team game and putting together proper compositions, things just start clicking and falling into place left, right, and center, and the game becomes a lot more enjoyable to play and a lot easier. I highly recommend doing that. Make sure that you are the one willing to make sacrifices for your team in order to win. Some people aren't about that, and that's totally okay, but you have to be the one willing to win. And if you're not the one willing to win, then that's on you. I have to play Thermite, I have to play Thatcher, and I'd much rather be playing Ash trying to go for content or Sledge because I really enjoy Sledge's kit. But at the end of the day, in order to win, someone's got to play Heartbeats, someone's got to play Anti-Wall Denial, someone has to drone and get information. You have to do that. It is a necessity in Rainbow Six, and if you're not doing that, you're pretty much throwing. Another thing, this kind of goes back to relating to learn how to play the game. Like I said before, YouTube, Twitch, great resource. You have to. And I mean, you have to understand how to play your operators. And there is no meme picking. You can't meme pick ranked. If you want to get elo, you gotta stop picking Lord Chonka. You gotta stop picking Amaru. I highly recommend looking at operator tier list, things of that such, and utilizing those resources. There is no more meme picking. If you want to rank up, besides doing a 5-stack and getting the right people with the right mentality, you have to pick operators that fit the bill. You cannot pick operators like Castle and have no idea how to use Castle. If you're going to play Castle, make sure you understand how he works. Make sure you're a benefit to the team. Don't pick Montang if you don't know how to play Montang. There are really good Montang players and there are really bad Montang players. Really bad Montang players will cost you the round. Really good Montang players can single-handedly win you a game. I highly recommend you pick operators that you know how to use and you know how to play. I definitely recommend hard breachers. I definitely recommend operators on defense that deny plant, that deny information, that deny utility, things like that. Highly recommend those. Learn those. Top of another thing, learn every operator in the game. This is back to the previous point. No more meme picks. You got to learn all the operators. Every operator has a time and place. All operators are situational. There is no operator that is better than another operator in terms of what job it does. It's all situational based on the situation. One round, maybe you'll play a guy who plays glass on bank. You got to bring Castle to counter him. Cannot allow him to wreak havoc into the site. Maybe you're playing against a team that likes rushing. Bring Capkin, bring Legion, bring Traps. Maybe you're playing against some of the best players in the world. World-class Adderall ranked stars. How do you counter that? Traps still. Got to bring Traps. Got to play slow. Siege is a team game, and it's about burning time. The more time you can burn, the better you are. And there are operators for that. Can learn that. There are also operators that can expedite the rounds. If you're on attack, maybe you really do need a Zoph Sledge combo to do soft destruction, or a Buck Sledge combo to do soft destruction. It's all things like that, and you have to learn every operator. Someone who only plays Ash will not be good on Buck. Someone who only plays Thermite might not be that good on a Kali. You need people to diversify the roles, and you need to learn all the operators. It's kind of like League of Legends. Rainbow Six Siege is more of a MOBA than an FPS. There's a lot of operators. They all do different things. They all have counters, and they all interact with each other in different ways. Learn how they interact. Learn these operators, and you'll be good to go. And the last thing, have fun. Now, I did say, can't treat Rainbow Six Siege like, oh, it's just another game. Can't do that. It is true you can't. But there is also a point, there's also another extreme to that side. Every game of Rainbow Six Siege is not life or death. Your parents aren't going to beat you if you don't get elo. No one's going to care if you don't get elo. But if you want to rank up, you got to care a little bit. Don't care too much. Because the moment you start valuing elo more than people's friendships and valuing elo more than certain things, that's when it becomes an issue. I have a friend named Reflect. He cares about elo way too much. He's champion on like 6 accounts, 7 accounts, all legit, but he cares way too much. He makes tweets all the time. People don't really enjoy playing with him because all he cares about is elo and wanting to rank up. And that's a good thing. That's a good mentality to have, is always rank up, always get that elo, always get that bread. But if you care about it too much, you're going to be unfun to play with, and overall you're going to have a negative impact on yourself and your gameplay. You're going to think you're not good enough, you're going to lose confidence, and it just isn't good overall. Take a step back, think about it, play the game, enjoy the game. We're all here to have fun at the end of the day, and we're all here to gain elo. But if you're going to put other people down or put yourself down because you're not gaining elo, maybe take a step back. Also, if someone else is in your stack or part of your group that's doing that, take them aside, be like, hey, it is just a game, but we got to try to win, and you're trying too hard. And that's okay. There is a thing as trying too hard. I try too hard occasionally. It's not fun. You want to have moderation. You want to try hard enough to win, but you don't want to try hard enough where you're not yelling at your teammates because you lost. If that makes sense, good to go. These are just the fundamentals. I've played this game for 5,000 hours, and this is what I've learned, what I've picked up. I'll probably do a much more in-depth video explaining exactly what you need to do as this operator, how to get better aim and stuff like that. But overall, these are my tips. If there's anything I missed out, let me know in the comments. If you guys have any tips of your own, leave them down below. If you enjoyed this video, like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on twitch.tv/Vexian. We're really close to 2K followers and doing a big giveaway. I'm doing a big giveaway when we hit 2K. So I'd appreciate that, guys. With all that being said, guys, thanks for watching. See you guys later. Peace.